going to be one of your MCs tonight. So that song was Defender's Day by Joseph Campello. And then next up, we have a song arranged by Michael Sweeney, The Highlights from The Little Mermaid. This includes Part of Your World, Under the Sea, and others. So please enjoy.
Hi there. My name's Brooke Witt, and I will be your other MC for tonight. And our next song is very energetic and vibrant. There's lots of visuals. This song is Byzantine Dance. This song, I think we've all enjoyed it a lot. It's very fun, very energetic, as I said. Like, I don't know what else to say, but it's like a really fun piece.
Why don't you talk about what's happening in a couple weeks or something?
Oh, in a few days, quite a few of us are all going to Disneyland, and we get to perform there. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what else. But yeah, so Byzantine Dance is also by Carol Britton Chambers. We've only started playing this, I think we've been playing it for 2 months, which normally we have a lot more time to prepare a song, but it's come together pretty well in that time. We all get it really well, and it's a great piece. Oh yeah, it's also a dance, Byzantine dances, yeah. I think the origin is Turkish.
Mr.
Yeah.
Johnson, that's right here. Where are you? Is your bass clarinet in here? Yeah, it's right over here. Can we steal it?
You can also, if you have a sense of rhythm, which you need it, you can join us in the snaps and the claps during the song. As I said, it's very visual, so you'll get to see a lot of that, and you'll know when it's happening. Very repetitive. So feel free to join in. Our hands will be above our heads. What? Snapping? Yeah.
Will it fit?
I'll just squeeze in a few thank yous. Thank you to our music teachers, Ms. Bell and KP, for putting on this concert. You know the amount of planning that goes into that? That's crazy. Also, thank you to the admin for coming to... Oh, yeah, Krispy Kreme, go buy it. Give us money. Like, during the intermission, enjoy music, and then you'll get donuts. Okay? Time and place.
Okay. It wouldn't be a concert without an instrument talking somehow. Ready, set? Amazing. Do you want to read it? Are you okay? Okay, then be amazing. Having too much. senior concert bands. It looked weird to say band 10, 11, 12, so I just went senior. This is actually our grade 10, 11, and 12 students, and there are two different bands actually. They're two different groups, but we put them together for this performance, and also for our Disneyland trip we put them together. So some of these students you see in front of you are traveling on Thursday really early morning down to California for our Disneyland trip, and they'll be performing these songs plus another one at that performance that we do in Disneyland. But it's a mix of our students. We actually have a couple grade 9s in this group too right now. A couple? Oh, should I say it with you? No, not. There's somebody that's not in grade 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 either. So there's that. I don't know what grade. I'm not saying because she said no. So just wanted to let you know that part. And now.
For our next piece, it is a duet. It is Fly Me to the Moon.
By Shayla Hillman and Daniel Womble.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm not an MC. I'm just a singer.
Is your mic on?
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay. Fly me to the moon, and let me play among the stars.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
In other words, hold my hand.
In other words, darling, kiss me.
Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore.
You are all I long for, all I worship and adore.
In other words, please be true.
In other words, I love you.
Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore.
You are all I long for, all I worship and adore.
Please be true. In other words, I love you.
That was amazing. This next song is going to be music from Aladdin, including songs Arabian Nights, Friend Like Me, Prince Ali, and A Whole New World. A whole new world. So come with us on this magic carpet ride.
Thank you very much. Welcome to our portion of the concert. We're going to have the students from Garibaldi join us a little bit later. We're going to do 2 massed band pieces, which is a lot of fun for us. We enjoy interacting with the students. We don't get too much of it. I came to the school and rehearsed with them separately, and then we did a rehearsal together. But it's you actually, as someone coming from the outside, you really do get a really good idea of what's going on in the school from just those brief interactions. And I can really say that Miss Bell is doing a fantastic job with her young students. So congratulations, Miss Bell. Wherever you are. So that was our warm-up piece. It's an Irish air, Molly Malone, arranged by Robert Sheldon. We're going to do a piece by Richard Saucedo. This is called Flight of the Thunderbird. So this is nice, energetic. This is our official opener. Here we go. that word too. We're very pleased to be in this venue. We've wanted to come to Garibaldi. We have worked with the Garibaldi Band once before, at least in the time when I've been conducting band. We performed at the Albion Community Center. It was a very nice collaboration, but we're very pleased to be here. We do like this space. It makes a good sound for us. I'd like to come back in the future. We'll figure it out. So the Maple Ridge Concert Band, I went to high school here in Maple Ridge, and then I went away for quite a number of years. I came back, and then I started to become then associated with the Maple Ridge Concert Band starting about 7 years ago. And what I didn't know was that this band goes back to 1946. That's not to say anyone there is from 1946. I just mean that the band has been not continuous. There were a couple of years where it did drop out, but this is a community band that's really had a very long influence in the community, and I've enjoyed getting to know this group of musicians and also learning about how the band has been really important in the local community. So it's been fun preparing music and programs with these musicians, but also learning about the history of the band. So 1946, that was a real eye-opener for me. The next piece we're going to play does go back a little bit in our Canadian history. So this is a Canadian folk song rhapsody. And some of these, what I find is that a lot of the folk songs from Canada really come from back east, mostly. And in British Columbia, I think because at the founding of Canada, so in the 1600s with Quebec, and then Quebec City, and the early years of Canada, BC was really quite sparsely populated at that time. I mean, as we know from our high school history class, the building of the country really took place in the 1800s with the construction of the railway, and then that, of course, created the impetus for BC to join into Confederation. And so we weren't really a going concern here until much later, when we had the population build up. So there's a little less known about these sort of traditional folk songs, I would say, on the West Coast. It's something I'd like to pursue over the coming years, so we'll see if we can dig up some gems. But for now, what we have is this wonderful arrangement by James Curnow. So in this rhapsody, we have a Fenian song, She's Like the Swallow, Donkey Riding, I's the Bye, Acadian Lullaby, and it finishes with the French-Canadian folk song, J'entends le moulin, I Hear the Mill Wheel. So here is the Canadian folk song rhapsody. All right, thank you. Next, okay, we did the familiar music, we did the energetic music, now we're going to do the esoteric music. This is your journey. Don't worry, it's not too weird, but it's interesting. So, Brian Balmage is a very gifted composer, and he's written tons of music for wind ensemble. And one of the things he's been able to do is really take an almost orchestral sort of composer's thinking and apply it to the wind ensemble. And this piece is called Gravity Wave. And what he's trying to set to music is the idea of where you have two sort of liquid bodies. So in this case, it's air versus clouds. And when these two interact and cross each other, they tend to swirl and then create the cloud patterns that we all know from just living on the planet. And so he's believe it or not, written this into music. And so his idea is that you have these large patterns, which I imagine are the larger clouds that are moving much more slowly, and then he has these faster patterns, and these two things kind of interact and create this fascinating soundscape. So he starts slow, and then we get into a faster section, and it builds and builds towards the end and gets more and more kind of, it gets a little crazy towards the end, but it all ends well, don't worry. Okay, here's Gravity Wave by Brian Balmage. That was for your education. All right, next we're going to do, this is a fun one. It starts with I'll tell you what it says in the score. It says, sorry, actually, before we do the last piece, I should say, Maple Ridge Concert Band, we have 3 bands. We have a intermediate band. How many of you came through the intermediate band? Just raise your hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not bad, about a third came through the intermediate band. And some of them even started in what we call the ABC band. How many of you came from the ABC band into this band? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, not bad. So the ABC band, this is for anyone who has never, this is for an adult, that's you, who have never played a musical instrument before, and I mean from 0. And And we have a fantastic educator conductor, Geeta Das. She works with adults and gets them going on instruments, and many of these keep going until they feel ready to go into the intermediate band. If I had the intermediate band and said, how many of you came from the ABC, they'd all put up their hands. And then eventually join this band. So if this has been one of your dreams from when you were younger and you never had time, just get in touch with us, because it's totally no pressure. It's a lot of fun. Geeta's fantastic, and those players really enjoy that process. It's wonderful. Okay, our last piece before we invite the Garibaldi students to come and join us for two giant pieces of music. This is Critical Mass by Todd Stalter, and I'll just to give you an idea, the very first bar says, pick a note. Yes. Let's see what happens. Would you like to take over? No. Okay. You got an MC that's going to do this? Okay.
Okay, that wasn't an intermission. But Aiden's got a few things to tell you while they're just getting settled, and then we're going to do two more pieces. So before we do our last two pieces, I want to say a couple thank yous. So first, thank you to our music parent committee for organizing, supporting, driving, fundraising, and just helping all behind the scenes and helping Miss Bell with everything. Yeah, for example. Anyways, a round of applause for them. Thank you to our school admin for coming out and supporting all of our music things. Mr. Liversage, Miss Thompson, Mr. Chow. And yeah, thank you guys. And then another thank you to the Maple Ridge Concert Band for coming out and playing with us tonight, being big role models. And thank you to the conductor, Dr. Van Dersen, for coming out and And then thank you to our music student council, so like our student executive. You can stand up. Yeah. Stand up. And then one last big thank you to Miss Bell and Mr. KP for helping organize everything for us. It couldn't have happened without you guys, so thank you. I keep telling them.
I keep telling them, you guys need to make sure I don't get sick, because there's no Disneyland trip if I get sick. So. Okay, Wendy's in charge. Okay, I was just all right. So I think Aiden covered most of the thank yous already. There's one more that I want to make sure we say is thank you to the students. Without the students, obviously, we would not have a music program. And I really appreciate their efforts and their hard work and all the things they do, even when they drive me crazy and like wear the wrong shoes to the concert or whatever. I'm gonna not hold on to that and let it go. But we really appreciate their efforts and their commitment as well, because that's really awesome. They're involved. So thank you to the students. And now this next piece that we're going to do with the two combined groups is called How Sweet the Sound. In the summer, at the Tapestry Music Reading Clinics, which is basically a day of us going and playing a whole bunch of new music and checking things out for the year, this piece came across the sight reading, and we were like, wow, that's a really cool piece of music. I think we have to get it. And then when senior band played it, we were like, we need more people. So we're like, hey, why don't we use this as one of our mass band pieces? So it's deceptively easy sounding. It's not easy though. So we're gonna enjoy playing this one. If you know the lyrics to Amazing Grace, you'll know that that's one of the lyrics in Amazing Grace. This is a play on Amazing Grace. Tunino? Yes. Tunino. Who's doing it? Ryan got it. Concert B flat. Concert B flat. Let's say one thing before our last piece. Make the students know this. They want to go to Disneyland on Thursday. They have to get checked off tonight before they leave. Don't let them leave without getting checked off. They have some things to get from the chaperones and also things to just make sure they've got checked. They're going to take their instruments home tonight. So we don't have to deal with that tomorrow. They're going to luggage tags, there's a bunch of stuff. So just make sure they do that. Also, other students that are not going to Disneyland, their job, along with the Maple Ridge Country Band, because you're awesome, is to get all the gear off the stage and back to music room. So please, if you want them to go faster, everything on stage is going that way. Thank you.
Okay, this is, before we play the last piece, there are still 8 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts right there. Okay? This is Sentinel by Robert Shelton, and it's the depiction of a lighthouse.